No, sir. I do understand your sentiments, but I humbly disagree because we don't want anarchy in this glorious land. We want Hindus to fight for their rights, and if there are laws that are not discriminatory, I'm absolutely certain that Hindus will win back their rights that have been lost to them. If the Places of Worship Act doesn't exist or is abrogated, then all those 40,000 temples that Sai Deepak and Vikram Sampat talk about, and 1,800 of which have been documented by, I think, Mr. Majumdar or Hindu Temples, What Happened to Them, this marvelous book that has been written. Somehow I'm really bad with names, so I've just completely forgotten the legend's name. I beg your pardon?
Sitaram Goyal?
That's right. Yeah, Mr. Sitaram Goyal. Yes, that's right. Yes. So, when you have historical documentations, when you can see with your own eyes that here was this glorious Kashi Vishwanath temple, the pillars still exist, and on top of that, you've bunged a mosque and you calling it, a mosque. Which law, of the land, which court will not be able to see this? And when you're able to see this, that temple belongs to you historically. You revert it and you ask, supposing a Hindu king destroyed a mosque and kept it half destroyed to humiliate the Muslims and built a temple on top of that. And if the Muslims, aggrieved Muslims, wanted to correct that historical injustice, and they were allowed to go to the court, A, they were allowed to go to the court, and B, the court would have seen that the mosque, the foundation still exists, and on top of that, you have the temple. So yes, the place belongs to the Muslims. So any court, any logical, rational, objective court will rule in the favor of the Hindus. So when you have law on your side, you have nothing to fear, but you must have law on your side. And we must not succumb to this thing of anarchy, on the roads, because, and Dr. Ambedkar also talked about very famous speech about, now that we've won our independence, now that we can make our own laws, just laws, we will not indulge in the grammar of anarchy. And the most beautiful thing that has happened in 2019, that 1 billion Hindus could have gone onto the roads and said what you said emotionally, that we don't wait for justice. Our most beloved Lord Rama, his birthplace, his temple, we will take it back. Who the hell are the laws or the constitution to stop us from doing it? No, they didn't do it. 1 billion Hindus left it in the hands of 5 judges. 5 judges. It could have gone either way. The judges could have said, no, we will not give, the temple or the land doesn't belong to the Hindus. Let it remain with the Babri Masjid. It could have said it. 1 billion Hindus waited for the justice to be delivered by 5 people. Does this happen in the Hindu Rashtra? Would the Saudis allow this? What are we talking about, So this so-called Hindu Rashtra. And second thing, I can say it here because we are amongst family. And I say this now increasingly openly, because when you are on the side of the truth and you genuinely believe, I'm not being patronizing to others, everyone is on the side of the truth. But for me, certainly, people pillory me and they mock me and they abuse me for what I said 5 or 6 or 7 years ago. There is a recording there where I said that if I was the Prime Minister, P.V. Narasimha Rao, I would have rebuilt the Babri Masjid brick by brick and waited till as and when the Supreme Court verdict arrived. And I'm proud of having said it. And I'm proud that the Hindus waited and gave the decision left it in the hands of 5 people to give that decision. This nation should not write its history, its future with the grammar of anarchy. So it was wrong to have resorted to anarchy means. That is what the left does. The left, by the way, illegally supports the illegal bringing down of all the structures and statues of, hitherto people who it believes were racist or have perpetrated, crimes against the people who the left believes are victims. The world over, you have Confederacy generals, you have Pizarro, you have Cecil Rhodes, you have King Leopold. His statues are being brought down illegally, and the left supports it. But when it comes to Barbary, the left is for what the invaders did. So I don't want our Hindus to think like what these barbarians and leftists and Chauthi fails do. I want to stick to justice, to the law of the land. But the Hindus, in the first place, should be allowed to seek justice. They are being prevented to do so. That is the question, sir. Thank you.